Hey guys, 4C Sis here. Hope you're having an awesome day and a great evening. It's finally spring, thank the Lord, because I was absolutely done with winter. I'm finally getting around to my book review of The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, sorry about that, Paulo. Anyway, I'm not sure how much I can say in book reviews. This is my first one on YouTube. And so I'm just going to try to keep it as general, I guess, as I can without getting myself into trouble. Anyway, this is a great book to do a review on. Just a quick background story on how I got the book. I volunteer for an organization, Books for Africa, and I'd heard about this book before, and I happened to run across the book not once but twice. So I got one for myself. I ended up getting two. And when I started reading this book right here, I even get a quarter of the way through, and I gave the second copy to someone that I know because I felt, she could really benefit from reading this book also. As you can see, the book is flagged to within an inch of its life. There are so many different stories, quotes, fables, allegories, you name it, in this book, that is one of those books that you almost need to keep in your library for the remainder of your days, because you're going to want to go back to it. That's why I said, let me flag my pages. The story is about Santiago, a young shepherd boy that's going in search of his treasure. I'm going to keep it pretty much that simple. In the book, they discuss basically different signs that one can see along their journey and what they mean and how they can have an impact. There's a number, like I said before, of great quotes. Now, you can't see here, but of course I have another trusty spiral notebook where I wrote pages and pages of notes in addition to these flag pages. And one that sticks out in my mind, now I'm reading the Harper One version of this book. So this particular quote I'm getting ready to cite is on page 36. But it says, when you really want something, the universe always conspires in your favor. Now, we all know that life is not a bed of roses. There's some terrible things that happen on this earth. But I'm going to put all that aside for now just to talk about this book and how it sort of synced into some of the things that I was going through. Like I've been saying since I began this natural hair journey, I began it mainly because I had gotten myself into some situations where I couldn't even afford to be maintaining an 18-inch weave. So that is what prompted my natural hair journey. And I discovered as I went along my natural hair journey that I became more really in touch with my inner self and being I don't want to say truthful, because it was not that I was not being a truthful person, but just being more in touch with my authentic self. That's a better phrase. And during this process, it's been a very rough road. Now, thank God I have a wonderful family and so forth and so on, but it's been very, very difficult. Now, when I made the video indicating that I was going to be reading this book and doing a review of it, I had some very critical dates coming up that were like super uber major. And so as I'm reading this book, I was carrying it in my purse. I'd go on appointments or whatever, and I ain't gonna lie, highly stressed out. So while I'd be waiting, I'd be reading The Alchemist, and it got to the point where I had to start carrying flags around because I'd see something and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I so feel that right now, whatever. And the book really helped me get off the focus of the stress and really look at the long road, and then really made me reevaluate, okay, what is your personal treasure? You could say your personal treasure right now in this moment in what you're going through would be the winning lottery ticket. But as you start to experience more, even though the winning lottery ticket would help, I became more aware of, my personal treasure for me was to remain, being able to live my more authentic self, and being able to help people based on my story and my experience and just some of the things that I have gone through emotionally and during this rough 2014 period. Anyway, with that being said, I really highly recommend this book. It is not a hard read. When you start reading it, whatever you do, try to at least complete a chapter. I'll tell you right now, you're going to end up reading more than just that chapter. It's really, really helpful. You could give it to a teenager. There's nothing in it that's too risque or anything like that. It would be good to give to like a senior, maybe. Senior high school student or something like that. Someone getting ready to embark on their own journey. But it is a great book. No matter where you are in this life, it really gets you centered, and it really changes your emotional and spiritual vibration and the energy that you're sending out into the universe. And I know that sounds sort of new agey, whatever, but I'm discovering that kind of stuff, I used to think those people were a little, kooky. No more. I really believe that's the truth, because once I personally started changing my energy, things started to change for me. And I still now, when I get a little bit anxious or angry or impatient with whatever process, I still get those feelings, but now I feel like I am more equipped to handle them, because I immediately stop myself and force myself to change the energy, because you're going to get what you give in this life. And I really, really do believe, because I have that tool now, a lot of things will change for me. It's not going to be a bed of roses, of course, but I'll just be more equipped to handle these situations. Also, one last note. I had finished the book last week, but I really couldn't figure out how to do a review, so I figured I would just chat like I normally do. But last week, I went to Chipotle restaurant. I love their food. And I got us a Fritos bowl. And I was good to go, and they put my food in a bag. So when I got home, I took the bag and I folded it up, because it's like one of those brown shopping bags, put it in a drawer somewhere. And the next day, like the next evening, for some reason, I went back into that drawer to pull a bag out to throw some garbage or whatever, and I saw the bag there. And yes, I'm getting ready to say just like this, but when I saw that bag that I had just put in the drawer the day before, I damn near had a heart attack, because I said, get that bag for this review. Look at what was on the bag. Can't make this up. A quote by Paulo Coelho. And on the other side was a little, oily. Sorry about that. But it says, 2-Minute Alchemy by Paulo Coelho. Now, I just finished reading this book. I just discovered this guy, let's say, a month ago. And in the book, they talk about signs. I will say that. When I saw this the next day, after getting my food from Chipotle, and this book was on my mind, I've been carrying this book in my purse, I said to myself, and I'm one of those people that am sort of somewhat very analytical, but I'm a little kooky too. So when this happened, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe everything happens for a reason. That's how I choose to see things. To me, that was a big deal, because that said to me, you know what, Cicely, you now have permission to say to yourself, you are on the right track. You're on the right track. Just keep on going in the direction that you're going. Because I tell you, this book was monumental. So my suggestion is you go out and get this book. Go on to Amazon.com, wherever you got to go to get it. Please get this book. You will not regret it. Anyway, that's all for now. I will talk to you soon, because I'll be doing some more book reviews. I'm trying to decide right now. I started reading The Secret, which is on the Law of Attraction, which is very similar to The Alchemist, but I'm leaning more towards this, in the studio, young lady. Her book is called What's Really Holding You Back, and it's by Valerie Burton. I really like her and everything, and I've had this book for a while, and like I said in some previous videos, I love all this self-help genre stuff, and I really have so many different types of books. I haven't had the opportunity to read them all, so I'm using this YouTube opportunity to do some book reviews, and I think this will force me to be accountable and force me to read the books. Anyway, I will talk to you soon, and you have a great night. And remember, it's never too late to be who you were meant to be. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.